range. Okay. All right.
That's how we started.
There
Right
it is.
Out of the gate. Tex might not be here, but Texas Burner is,
Texas
and he
Burner, you
says
can always. We have no idea who Texas Burner is, but we respect Texas Burner always.
Niners are absolute frauds.
Some are saying there were reports out there swirling that I was not going to show up, that I was too coward to face DYLON, who's here once every few months, every time the Niners beat the Vikings beat the Niners. But those reports are wrong. I'm here, like I said I would be, because not only have I lost games like this before, I have also been live on the show whenever the Niners lost the Super Bowl. So if you think the Vikings give any fear to me, you're completely wrong. But it's not about here nor there. The first thing we have to say is that it's episode 166. It's September 15th. It's week 2. It's National Dot Day. And how dare you, Butch, right out of the gate.
What are you talking about? How dare you?
It says it right on the thing, Pick'ems. We did a show last night. We currently, if this score holds, will be 4-1, and the one loss will be from who?
Your pick.
Of, don't blame me.
Yes,
who lost?
You're the guy that picked them.
Who lost, Butch?
The Niners.
Yes, the Niners did lose, but that's okay. Who
and
lost,
Butch?
Butch?
And I tried to pick the Niners, and you cried, "No, I can't do that. That's my team."
I was right.
Cowboys lost.
I can't
was
pick
right.
The Niners.
I was
Cowboys
right. Was I
lost.
not? I said don't pick them.
Hey, J-Bye, you know who didn't lose this week?
Yeah.
Who didn't lose?
The Bills didn't lose.
Slick way to try to
didn't
keep the
lose.
heat
The
off.
Bills won by double digits. I will say this. Golden rule for betting. Never bet on your team unless they have plus odds.
Well, the
That's my
Cowboys,
golden
I
rule.
thought. I mean, I was led to believe it was America's team, the Cowboys, and that they were back, and we them boys, and we spent the whole
with your shenanigans.
We spent the whole
you
summer.
dog the Cowboys all the time. You set it up for a bittersweet pick when I clearly told you other picks that were better picks.
You did say Browns. You did say Browns.
I said the Browns. Who else was there? We bounced back. The Commanders won.
Yes, we picked that. We both agreed on that one. But
we did pick that one. I forget.
Yes,
all the ones we
picked the
Commanders. Going through all the games.
We are 4-1 if this score holds for Houston. So
the score, do we do -10 or just money line?
For Houston?
Yeah, what was the -6?
They were -6.5. 6.5.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're looking good other than Cowboys. So anyways, National Dot Day. When you go down deep enough, every piece of art is just a different arrangement of dots, as in an artistic technique, pointillism. Speaking of that, let me make a point right now. Speaking of that, let me make a point right now. Breaking news. In his career, Brock Purdy is 14-2 versus the NFC, with both losses against Minnesota.
Wow.
That's a point right there. Just like Pat Mahomes can't beat the Bills in the regular season.
Can I also interject my own point?
No, I'm not done. It's pointillism. I'm making a point.
I'm going to interject my own point.
Okay. Brock Purdy, this is not me making these numbers up. These are facts and statistics.
Let's go. Okay, finish your point.
That was the point. It was the point is he's never lost a game to an NFC team other than the Vikings. So that's all I had to say to lead the show off.
Well, unfortunately for them, that's who they played today.
Okay. Now
with the Super Bowl being purple colors, they're going to have to figure out a way to beat the Vikings. Go ahead, Ted.
I'm about to make a point here. So shout out my brother-in-law for pointing this out for me. Josh Allen, career rushing touchdowns, 55.
That's for later. No. Don't do that right now. That's for later.
52.
I have a whole slide for that.
Okay. I'm bringing pointillism. I'm bringing up a point. It'll be followed up by a question mark and another question mark.
Because people are asking, People are asking a big question.
People are asking who's the better running back.
Put it on Instagram. People are asking.
I have a whole.
Put it on Instagram, baby. People are asking.
You think
people want to know the truth? Yeah, you are. I could hear your voice quaking right now. Your voice is breaking like a 13-year-old prepubescent boy.
I want to make a point. I want to make a point.
All right, Don, go ahead. Welcome to the show, Don. Welcome back. Good to have you.
For the past 3 shows, I've heard all this talk about the Super Bowl colors and this whole, if you mix red and blue, you get purple. That is a great point. You know what? You don't have to mix it all to get purple. Purple.
Who?
And there's
Skull.
only
We never even thought about that.
Skull.
Yeah.
Only
if only we
team.
had somebody on this show, this team was purple.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
Name a person.
Only when they beat the Niners. I didn't see him. I haven't seen him other. Tex, you shut up, dude. The Cowboys got absolutely.
There's a guy who looks like a skinny, bald Willem Dafoe.
It's like a skinny jelly roll.
Dude, William Dafoe was crucial in Boondock Saints.
He was. That was one of the greatest roles of all time.
Okay. Oh, all right. Now that we've gotten the absolute we're still going to talk about all these games.
We're going to get into it.
We are going to get into all that.
Save it for later. Let's save it for later.
I'm a man, dude. I'm 30. I'm 37. I'm a man.
You're 37. I cannot wait to be 40 to tell you guys I'm a man.
All right. We've currently got Chicago and Houston playing, and it is 10-13. This is stupid. I thought the Texans were supposed to be good, so we'll be updating that game. But after DYLON gets the floor, he will have the floor momentarily once we get to all the segments. But J-Vi has to have the floor first because we had a Thursday night football game, and this is now your time. I can take this down. I don't know why that's still up there. Sorry.
It was just complete dominance, guys. I told y'all before, Tyreek doesn't play well against the Bills. The Bills do a great job of shutting the number 1 receivers down. Look at what we did last week against Arizona, and look what Marvin Harrison Jr. did this week. So don't come at the Bills with your number 1 receiver. The problem is you can't keep guys healthy. We lose our best defensive players every year at the start of the year or about the year. We can't keep guys healthy. I thought J.A. looked a little hurt during the game. If you noticed how slow he was pulling that ball away from the center. But he didn't have to do much because our defense came to play. 8 ball is a weapon.
Facts. I will agree
Every
with that.
punt he's had this year has been inside the 20. Great net. Von Miller is more back than Texas right now. He recorded a sack in back-to-back games for the first time since 2002. Which is, I'm not 2002, 2022.
I was about to say,
dude. Ever since he was playing Pee Wee.
That's our 10th. Like I said, that's our 10th straight game keeping Tyreek under 100 yards. JA is 7-0 on Thursday Night Football. The Bills have 2 unsigned or undrafted free agents out of Buffalo University, a 6th-round draft pick from Villanova, and a guy who died 2 years ago playing in our secondary last year. And we might have the best secondary.
What is that noise? Does anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
Probably somebody rubbing something.
Yeah, who's rubbing something?
Who's doing that?
I don't know. DYLON, is that you?
We have
I'm completely still. It's silent in my garage.
Somebody's rubbing. Is this racing right now? Is it rubbing not racing?
Rubbing is racing. Jay can't go a game without jumping over something. How about that? Because he jumped over the trash can. Since Tyreek has joined the Dolphins, his longest reception against the Bills is 23 yards. We shut him down, dude. Last but not least, the Bills donated $16K to Tua's charity after he went out of the game. And instead of just ranting and raving, those were my stats.
Okay. You're a stats guy now.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Taking the W and walking out the door.
Wow. That sounds like AK's tears.
Could have been. Too bad I don't cry. Don't cry over that stuff.
It's not true.
Look. I have a whole monologue. Don't worry, if they will allow. Should Tua retire? That's what we have to. That has to be said on every sports show ever because everybody came out and said he should retire. Should he retire?
I think Tua should make his own choices.
Exactly.
Oh, there for a second, I thought you said Dion's son's name.
Shador?
Shador?
Yeah.
Al Shador.
He's going to be Cowboys' backup next year.
Shador.
Panthers are going to draft him.
Mm-mm. Gosh.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
they are going to have the first pick again.
Oh, my gosh. We took them off the shambles-o-meter because it's not even any fun to rip them. Let's get them out of here. Okay. On the show.
Wait, hold on. I want to point out that nobody's talking about this about Tua. I know concussion's terrible, but how about the fact that when he decided to lower his head, he's going to lower it into the guy that had a heart attack? Was he trying to kill him?
He's got a steel plate there.
Well, I don't.
He's Iron Man.
Everybody.
So maybe that's what caused it. Maybe it's a performance enhancing steel plate.
He does have a steel plate there?
I have no idea.
I was like, what? So
like cousin Eddie out there
throwing out rumors. Anyways, whatever.
It's true.
All right. Big Click Energy headlines. Scoreboard salute. Homer Alley. The Goat Rack DFS bets. That was abysmal. Listener League. Intersquad DraftKings Jamboree Wodamaker. Let's go. We got to hit the salute your sports drop immediately. Who's got it? Okay, salute your sports, aka Big Click Energy headlines, salute the scoreboards, all that stuff. Okay, but first, the dad joke. What kind of dinosaur can you ride in a rodeo? A bronchosaurus. Somebody turn off their TV because I heard their speakers. Price check. Okay. Now, on to the headlines. Here we go. Number 5. Abolish the college football rankings. We all agreed upon these headlines, so we all have a say. Should we abolish college football rankings?
I think they should get rid of the preseason as like a. It should for at least the first 3 weeks of the season. They shouldn't
just
rank
let them
anybody.
play.
Yeah.
Ooh, 3
How do
weeks?
you promote the games then?
Who cares? They do it in the NFL.
There's no rankings in the NFL. This is true.
Well, I mean, there's only one conference, so
that's
all. That's all. The only games you need to promote.
Mm-hmm.
It just means the most.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just you mean the conference that got blown out by Toledo, that got blown out by Georgia State. That one, the one that lost to USC,
or
the one that
the
put
conference
on
that blew out Kent State.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mm.
Kent State. Good call.
Wisconsin.
Well,
Ooh,
those
I
were
like
the same. That was the same comparison of the conferences that you were comparing to.
I'm just saying abolish it because you're going to see later why they ranked Boston College against Mizzou. This is why I don't like the rankings, because we're about to find out here later in the show why the rankings are garbage.
You don't think Boston College should have been ranked?
I mean,
After what they did to Florida State?
Everybody's beating Florida State. Let's not use that as the line of demarcation, please.
That's how they got ranked, though. They beat a top 10 team.
No, Florida State,
and they were 2-0, and they were just ranked 24th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Why wasn't Coastal ranked or some of these other 2-0 teams?
Georgia Tech got ranked after they beat Florida State. Then they lost to Syracuse.
Yeah, rank Syracuse. Let's just rank everybody. Why not?
Right.
Just put a ranking beside everybody.
Well, I think that actually happens. They just only tell you about top 25.
Yeah, I'd like to see just 12 12 in, the 12 that are playing in the playoffs, like first in, first out.
I just want to get rid of them because I don't want to see them brag about the SEC having the 6 of the top 7. And if it was 12, they'd put all 12 SEC teams up there and see, like, look, they're ranked. Shut up. Can't be losing to Georgia State and Toledo at home. Get out of
Just
here.
means more.
Are those teams ranked though?
Well, they would be if they were 2-0. You better believe if every SEC team was 2-0, they'd all be ranked right now.
Answer the question though. Were those teams ranked?
No,
Who lost to Georgia State?
Vanderbilt.
Like this year?
Okay.
Yeah.
They just did.
Jeez.
And they weren't ranked for a reason.
Okay. I'm just saying. Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So we agree. No rankings. Number 4. The AFC South is so far 1-7.
It's pretty bad.
It's so bad. I mean,
And y'all thought that conference was going to be good.
I was sadly mistaken because Will Levis might be the most hilarious quarterback of all time.
Dude, it's like he plays with mayonnaise on his hands.
He can't stop throwing the parallel pass,
picks,
Patrick Mahomes dive pass.
Yeah.
He just can't help himself.
Somebody picked the Colts and somebody picked the Texans in that to win that division.
I did not pick the Colts. I can guarantee you that.
Hand up.
Yeah. How's old Anthony Richardson look, buddy?
Not great.
He looked terrible today.
That was only his 6th. That was only his 6th start since high school, dude.
Oh,
Give him a break.
Gosh, dude.
Give him a break.
That's the exact reason why I won't give him a break, or anybody who said he was going to be a breakout star. 50%, 3 INTs today. He was against Malik Willis.
On fire, dude.
Shut up.
Well, Malik Willis was not very good either.
That was a quarterback duel.
He was 12 of 14, 122 yards, dude. That's
He didn't throw because his center threw up on the ball before he snapped it.
Yeah, I saw that.
He almost had more passing yards than Josh Jacobs rushing.
Yes, true. Good call.
Almost.
But I knew they were going to run the ball because Indianapolis has given up over 230 rushing yards 2 weeks in a row. So just tuck that away later, boys. Just tuck it away. I'm just saying for your DraftKings. And Trevor Lawrence has not won since Thanksgiving.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to go ahead and get in front of this.
Go ahead. Get it. Get out there.
The Jags play the Bills next week on Monday Night Football, and the Bills absolutely stink against the Jags. Always have.
It's like the Niners against
it's
like the Niners against the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm just getting ahead of it.
You hear that, folks? All right, it's back. What is that? I think it's Tex. Tex is doing something.
No, I'm muted.
Oh.
Might be Dylan's mic.
Okay. Number 3 is Jordan Love a system quarterback? People are asking.
Well, that also makes Aaron Rodgers a system quarterback.
Okay.
Same system.
Same system? Well, Aaron Rodgers was there before the system was implemented.
Well,
because the Packers
is it his system?
Was it Nat Hackett's system? This system has 40 minutes, 11 seconds time of possession. So that's somehow the Packers held the ball that long. I don't understand.
Out of 60 minutes.
Well, you just explained it. The Colts give up over 200 yards rushing.
Yeah,
there you go. I did explain that. So Colts beat the Packers. Anything else on Jordan Love being a system QB? No.
Good question.
Okay. Topic number 2. Headline number 2. I just realized I didn't change the graphic. Oh, well. Can we trust teams that are 2-0 right now? Does anybody know how many there are?
6.
4 or 5. 5.
There's the Bills, the Vikings, the Seahawks, the Saints, the Bucks, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Steelers.
8.
Yep.
8 of 32, so quarter of the league.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
The Texans might be, and the Eagles have a chance to be. So there could be 10, but right now there's 8.
whoever wins this game is going to be. The Bears are 1-0, and
that's
the
true.
Texans they're both 1-0.
Hard.
So we're guaranteed at least 9. So
Steelers have never had a losing season.
Answer the question: can we trust teams that are 2-0 right now? Oh wait, we put together a power ranking system of the teams that are 2-0. Breaking news: I did not tell you guys about this, but the committee has voted. Here they are.
Seattle, New Orleans. I would put New Orleans at the top. They're probably the best team in the league.
They're number 2. They're right there. They're number 2.
If you're going to put anybody in front of the Bills, I would agree with Tex, the Saints, because they have scored on every single possession this year, 17 for 17.
I'm saying the Saints. They are a wagon right now. I don't know where it's coming from, how it happened. They're a wagon.
They're players.
Clint Kubiak, the OC, the new OC. So
I'm just y'all didn't like that matter of fact joke, huh?
Wait, say it again.
No, yeah, it's definitely the players. But I caught what you were laying down.
Tex said, "I don't know where it's coming from." I said, "The players."
I'm just saying. Look, last year they were 9-8 last year, and the year before that they were 7-10. Not many plays. It's not like they changed the whole team. That's why I'm saying I don't know where it's coming from, because they got a lot of the same players from those two teams.
They got.
I don't know. It's the OC. They changed the OC. That's one thing, and they said we're going to give the ball to Alvin Kamara.
So there we go. So it's not the players. It's not the players.
Derek Carr does this every year at the beginning of the year.
That's true.
Yeah. I still want to. Yeah, the Saints are just starting. They're starting off really hot. I mean, they're 16 more weeks. We'll see.
Shaheed can't be stopped right now either.
Dude, how good does it feel to be on the Shaheed train way before anybody else?
They did start last year 2-0. They did.
Told you every year, Derek Carr.
Okay. Well, the Bucks are up there at number. Baker is dealing, boys. Baker is so much fun to watch.
He got that swagger back.
Didn't he get sacked like 6 or 7 times today?
Dude, the pocket was basically, he was playing Minecraft. I mean, he was just building himself up, breaking himself down, boxes and squares everywhere, running through everything. It was unbelievable. He was incredible. Saints at 2, Steelers at 3 because Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. Chargers at 4 because Jim Harbaugh's got them rolling. Bills are at 5 because we can't trust them yet. They haven't played anybody. They ain't played nobody, Paul. Seahawks at 6 because they suck. Chiefs at 7 because they suck. And the Vikings at 8 because that was their Super Bowl. So, yeah. So, anyways, let's go back to the number 1.
I feel like only 1 out of the 5 of us would agree on like 4 of those rankings.
Everybody on this show has the right to vote for the 2-0 power.
Hey, DYLON,
whenever we know there's a vote happening.
Well, we can
make
we can't let things like this, we can't let him try to get under our skin like that, because at the end of the day, whether you're in 8th on that list or 1st on that list, you're on the 2-0 power rankings list. And you know what list you're not on?
The 1-1?
The shambles list, which we do have one today.
Oh, we have multiple. We have 2.
No, we have 1.
No.
If your team loses, you don't get to be a part of that.
Everybody has the capacity.
One was sent in from a guest that we're going to go over.
We can do that, but I'm just saying there were plenty of opportunities to make a shambles meter, and anybody can submit a shambles meter, and we will debate that on the show. But
I feel like all 4 out of the 5 of us have made it clear for the past 48 hours since CMC was put on the injured reserve that y'all, the Niners, were number 1 on the shambles meter.
I think there's a 72-hour rule in order to get all the things tabulated. We'll maybe have to see next week's version of the shambles meter. So, all right, last thing.
How convenient.
Well, these are the rules. I didn't make them up. It's in the bylaws, dude. Look, read the manual. Read the Millie Goats manual.
We don't have any bylaws. It's in our blog.
And it only comes out once a year, so we have to update that. Number 1, the Chiefs. Good Lord. 4th and 16. Flag after their backs are against the wall. And, of course, a nice little yellow hanky falls on the field. Mahomes throws for 150 yards and 2 INTs. And now we're going to have to listen to this garbage for the next week about how he leads the team down the field for a game-winning drive. Thoughts on 4th and 16?
Well, you know that during that game when he threw the pick and it got called back?
Yeah, that should have been 3rd pick.
Yep. That was his 17th called back interception. There's not anybody anywhere close to that for 2nd place. It just shows, dude. He's trading jerseys with the refs.
That was an immediate ball don't lie because the dude made a one-handed pick later.
That pick may be one of the greatest picks I've ever seen.
That was incredible. It was OBJ-esque.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and we just want to say that for our Chiefs fan that listens to the show, his fantasy football team name is Country Road Take Mahomes, which is hilarious. But also, don't think you're going to get out of here with everybody trying to. We're going to get the Chiefs versus the world. Everybody doesn't like us. It's like, yes, because 2 weeks in a row now, the flags have significantly influenced the outcome of the game in the brightest stage, and we're all sick of it.
There's a reason why the Chiefs have yellow in their jersey.
Yes, good call. So, all right, what is next? Oh, yeah, scoreboard salute. Here you go, Tex. Scoreboard salute. We don't have a drop, but these are just some things that stuck out from over the weekend. Nope, that's the power rankings again. Just want you guys to get a quick look at that. Just drink it in. Official power rankings. There you go. Here you go. You thought I wasn't gonna come. You thought I was gonna come on this show and just let you guys rain napalms on me. You got another thing coming. You got another thing coming.
We didn't think you were going to show up.
Oh, of course I was gonna show up.
You said I'm not going to show up. That's exactly what you said.
Those were rumors thrown out into the rumor mill. But anyways, scoreboard salute. Tex, number 1 on the scoreboard salute. This is your time to shine. Go ahead.
Josh Allen, 55 rushing touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, 52. Who's the better running back?
Good question.
As a 49er, still in that same time, Josh Allen, 22 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, 20. So who is the better running back? Who will go down as the best running back of all time in this time period?
Can I add?
Should Josh Allen have been the MVP last year, knowing all this information?
Yes. Can I add something else, Tex?
Yeah, go for it.
Since being named a Madden cover guy, Josh Allen, 0 games missed. Christian McCaffrey, more than 0 games missed.
Zero grit.
Yes.
Okay. Can I rebuttal?
No.
Yes. Let me rebuttal here. If we're talking about who's the best running back, I would like to see a picture of Josh Allen's receiving touchdowns and receiving yards. If you have that on hand, do you have that on hand?
Do you want to put the passing against it then?
I think he has 2 receptions, 0 drops, and a touchdown.
Okay, so he has 56.
So he's perfect. No drops.
I also think this will make that Josh Allen should be in the conversation for greatest dual threat quarterback of all time.
I agree with that.
Knowing this information, more touchdowns than quote unquote the best running back in the league.
You know what I see happening here, guys?
Here's what I see. So 29 total receiving touchdowns for Christian McCaffrey, which would
What's that got to do with anything? He's a running back.
Well, you said running back.
Yeah, because running the ball, dude. Running.
You said running. Okay, so we're just gonna nullify all the.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
One-dimensional running back.
What's Christian McCaffrey's passer rating? Because I'm pretty sure he's like 2 for 2 for 2 touchdowns.
Well, then that you got to include Josh Allen's 100% catch radius.
The whole body of work.
I
He's
mean,
a
you
better running
gotta
back.
So
put
what's
that
next
in there then.
here?
I just want to make a quick point here because I see what's happening. Because what Tex has done here is he's indulged himself into 2 Bills drive. And he's done this. He's done this to try to get himself hate that he can bring on the show. But instead, that has turned into a love affair with the Buffalo Bills that he is now promoting them.
Is he getting red bills?
He's on the wagon. He's on the wagon.
Oh, I got a little blossoming infatuation going on.
He's
here.
getting red billed right now.
Stockholm syndrome.
Oh yes, good question. This good point, the Smitty. Who has the most turnovers? Great point. Great point. Please, Tex, the floor is yours. Turnovers.
Yeah, we don't have that stat.
Josh
Let's go to the
Allen
next one.
is the best
Okay,
dual
all
threat
right,
quarterback in the history of the league.
Hey, Josh Allen leads the league in turnovers.
Leader. Okay.
Right.
The other scores that we're going to salute was Toledo, absolutely, going on the road, mollywhopping Mississippi State in the mighty SEC. Just put that up there to put that away in your tickler file. And then the other 2 scores were the Raiders going into Baltimore.
The last time Mississippi State's been ranked is when Dak was a quarterback.
Number 1.
Yeah, and then he lost in the playoff, of course. Now, there's not been – we're going to get to it in a second, but the Cowboys fans are going to have to come home to roost because these 2 have been throwing out who's a better running back, Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, talking about the SEC. Your time's coming. The Cowboys fans will get theirs. And then, obviously, the Buccaneers
Your
beat
time's
the
coming, too.
Well, the
beat the
Ravens,
Lions.
that's the first time MVP winner has lost their first 2 games to start the season the following season. First time in history.
Yep.
So you know who finished second and is 2-0, who should have probably won the MVP? Josh Allen.
So, Ravens in trouble, which I think is hilarious. The whole Derrick Henry trade.
They play the Cowboys next week. Really in trouble.
The Bengals and the Ravens both 0-2, and the Steelers are leading the AFC North yet again.
I seem to get over 10 wins, over 9.5 wins.
And shout out to the Bucks. And I just want to say this for Baker. He's back, all the way back, because his slide game, oh, yeah, I saw it today. We were waiting to see if Baker had the slide back. It's back. So, Bucks are rolling. Lions.
I don't know. Like, I was watching the same play, and when he slid, he did not pop up. And then the next time he tried to slide, his back got bent back like a question mark. I thought he was about to come out. Now, the first slide, I give him like a 7, but he didn't pop up like he was going into third base. So that's what I was wanting to see.
That's fair. I like that. I like that analysis. Very, very fair. But he was running like a madman, dude. He was feeling himself, which was a lot of fun to do. Okay. So that's scoreboard. Salute. And we will get that out of here while we go into Homer Alley, which we talk about the 49ers. We talk about the Bills, which we've done, but we have questions for each one of us. So let me get this out of here. And J-Vi, if you would hit the new football yay. That would be great.
Football yay.
It's time to go into Homer Alley. J-Vi gave his a little bit, but you can have more time if you would like to go into.
I'm good. We're on to the Jags.
Okay. All right.
But
now,
what was great was having a Sunday, a stress-free Sunday. And I get a stress-free Sunday next week, too, because we play on Monday night.
Okay. Second half underway in Houston. By the way, we'll be yelling and screaming about that. DYLON, the Vikings win. So now the floor is yours.
Well, we could go all into, stats and everything, and we could talk thoroughly about it, about how the game went, and I could just, go on and on. Y'all hear that? Oh, we could just go on and on and on, but but we are the champions, my friend. The Vikings beat the Niners again. We are the champions. Week 2 champions. Niners are losers because we are the champions of week 2. That's all I got to say about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was incredible.
Encore. Encore.
That was beautiful. So
Wait,
beautiful.
Freeberg.
But in all
Yeah,
reality,
Freebird.
All right, we'll do it. We'll just do the solo for the next 15 minutes. No, but I mean, what can you say? We only had to sack Brock Purdy 6 times. Technically, he had 2 interceptions.
Nope, he did not. You're not going to do that.
Technically, he had 2 interceptions, but they decided on the field they called it an interception. It was only when somebody that is not even relevant to the game came back and said, "Oh, because his arm was going forward, but he had lost control before the motion. It's a fumble that he just happened to fumble it forward pass right into my defensive end's hands." So I said, and y'all perused over it last week when I made my point that Brock Purdy has thrown more interceptions than he has touchdowns against the Vikings. And I said that stat would hold. And sure enough, it still held. It held. And it should have been 4-2, but instead it's 3-2. But still, the fact remains. Y'all were 2 for 10 on 3rd down. We were almost identical in total yards. And we ran the ball almost the entire second half. So go ahead. Come with your rebuttal.
I was
3.5-point underdogs.
My rebuttal is that this game is on me. It's my fault.
Y'all were 6-point underdogs.
The blood of the Niners. Oh, the line said 3.5.
No, you were 6 on any betting site. It was 6.
Butch, the Cowboys were 5.5. You don't. Why are you piling on?
Hey, AK.
Why are you piling on?
Hey, you were minus 6 and you
41
lost
to 19.
And
44.
And they all chalk them up as 1. You have 1 loss. We have 1 loss.
Who doesn't have a loss?
Oh.
This loss is on me. It hit me whenever I was getting ready for the show. I have not worn my game day attire yet this year. So the season hasn't even started according to me.
You also haven't fulfilled a bet.
Preseason week 5.
My turn to rebuttal.
Preseason week 5. Here we go.
Hey, yeah, I thought you were supposed to shave your head 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to make a bet, but I knew you wouldn't fulfill your end.
Different regimen.
The season hasn't started yet. I finally put.
We all need to just call into question AK's fandom. Shaves his beard for the Rangers playoffs. Doesn't follow through on Super Bowl losing bets. Just
what do you mean?
Absolute.
I think it's only fair.
The season has clearly started. Oh yeah, number 1 shamble list.
Number 1.
I think it's only fair that because he is such a lackadaisical fan for all his teams. He's not diehard.
Lie.
If the Niners don't win the Super Bowl this year, then he has to pick a new team.
No, that's
yes, absolutely, and it has to be the team that rhymes with Carolina Anthers.
Yeah. Yes.
No. We don't have to do that. But it's on me. This is my fault. It's not on Brock Purdy. It's definitely not on Fred Warner because that guy was a man possessed. But I have not worn my garb yet to a game. So I will start doing that next week, and then the tide will turn. So I'm going to put it on my shoulders to turn this thing around.
You know what that tells me? Is he was nervous about these first 2 games, so he didn't want to wear his stuff in case a loss did happen, and he can say, Well, it was worm.
The season hasn't started yet. The season
Who do
hasn't
they play
started yet.
next
Still
week?
preseason.
Who do they play
Season
next week?
That's what
Hang
I'm
on, I'll
saying.
tell you. Give me a second.
Well,
AK doesn't
I've
even
just
know
been
this, he's not a
thinking
fan.
that
AK
for-
doesn't
no,
know
they
he
play
plays
the,
next
they play
week.
the
He's not a
Rams.
fan.
They play the Rams. They play
Oh,
the
you
Rams.
had to look it up. Oh, you had to look it up.
I
Two
didn't
best
look. I said
receivers
it.
are out.
I couldn't hear the question because
Conveniently.
you're sitting there avoiding the
Oh,
Cowboys
okay.
questions.
Okay. You had to look at
Conveniently
his
gonna
schedule.
start wearing his stuff next week when you're playing a
Here's how I
beaten up
know.
Rams team.
Here's how I know the power of the articles of clothing exists. Because I have to ask, did I save the Bills again? Last year I saved them with the sausage dip. This year I've saved them again. I bought my mom a new shirt from the Bills facility. She's worn it 2 weeks in a row. Bills are now 2-0. So credit to me for saving the Bills again.
Counter argument.
I have to do everything for that
Counter
franchise.
argument. I helped pick out that shirt, so it's got my special Bills fandom
Terrace.
Ooh.
allure to it as well.
I'm just saying. That's
So
twice.
your
now.
mojo was actually like embedded into it. So really, AK
Right.
had nothing to do with it. It was
That's a lie.
Correct.
That's
He
a lie.
paid for it.
You basically looked
Okay.
at AK and said, "Give me your card."
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if
okay.
he would have bought it. He would
Wow.
have bought it.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I do give credit to the 49ers for supplying the Vikings a winning quarterback from a winning culture. And Kyle Shanahan.
A winning quarterback. He came from the Jets.
Well,
He
he
was really
was at the
successful
Niners,
there.
so
He was
that
with
was
the
a
Niners.
revenge game if I'd ever seen one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree.
So it was a fun game to watch.
It was a fun game to watch. I
It
got
was-
really nervous. I stopped talking trash there after Aaron Jones fumbled on the half-yard line.
Oh my gosh. I
got real nervous.
I thought that last drive, I was like, there's no way they're going down the field. And they did. And I was impressed. I was impressed by it. They just ran it right down their throats.
Can we
So-
all agree that the onside kick rules are the most ridiculous things in the world? The fact that they have to bring up an entire list of, you have to acknowledge that you're going to onside kick. You cannot take it back. You have to line up in an onside position. You have to let the other team know that you were going to do it. Like all these things, that
Yep.
there is no more trickery.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they've taken away the competitive advantage.
Can you still kick it off of somebody's back?
Mm.
Can
Be
you
a
do
little
what?
harder because your guys are in front of you now. So
Mm.
you'd be kicking off your own guys back.
They might as well let you buy the onside kick if you have all 3 of your timeouts left. Then you automatically get it.
To me, I think doesn't the XFL do this or USFL or whichever one it is now? It's like, if you're gonna do that, then just take out the onside kick and run a 4th and 15 play to see if you get the ball back.
True.
Like, why even do the onside kick?
It's dumb. I don't like it.
I agree.
Stupid. And the 49ers punter, Wisnowski. I mean, the Vikings had to empty the bag. They had to block a punt for the second time in history. And then they had the second longest passing yard. I mean, they had to pull out all the stops to beat the Niners. So I don't think they'll be able to do that again. Hopefully in the playoffs. That would
And the
make this
refs. We had to
Skull,
beat the
dude,
refs
loudest
too.
stadium in the
Beat the
NFL.
That touchback should not have been a touchback. He clearly got up, had possession before
You
he stepped in. Nope.
You triggered him.
Yep.
That was
triggered him.
a touchback. We
That's
see this all the
not-
time. Those idiots on the punt coverage team. J-Bot and I have sat up here and complained about punt coverage teams for the last 30 years of our lives because they never know what to do when they get the ball.
He did. He stood up. He had full
He
control.
ran into the
and
end zone. Well, he didn't have to
2
run into
feet
the end
in.
zone.
He didn't need it. The play was over. As soon as he established both feet with the ball in his hands with control, the play is over.
What do we know?
Well,
What do we know?
The rules announcer that came in afterwards said that was the rule.
Mike
Well-
Perrietto.
Yeah, he's wrong like 70% of the time. So, all right. Let's move on from that.
Oh,
Congrats. Cowboys. Let's give you your minute here, you two, down at the bottom of the screen. Tell us about the Cowboys. What happened? 44-19. I have questions.
well, we got beat. Again by an Aaron Jones-esque Alvin Kamara running back. Clear as day. That's style running back is
chain gang's down.
destroying us.
Yeah, we can't stop the run.
You couldn't do that last year either. Remember when the Bills ran it down your throat?
Hey,
Can't
remember
stop the run.
whenever you sat up here last week and said your linebackers were back, Overshone and Kendricks?
They're excellent against the pass. They're pass rushers, and can't stop the run.
What about your offense only scoring 19 points?
Well, in the NFL, you better score touchdowns.
Yeah. If you want to win, you got to score.
I think we said it before the season started that your best player on offense was your kicker. So that's holding true right now.
No. He is a weapon for sure.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. Is the Dak interception counterback because it's up to 2. Where's Rico Daddle? Where's Zeke Elliott?
Yeah, I had for any time Tud today. It didn't happen.
Why are the Cowboys letting us all down? Why do we keep? Why does everybody fall for this every time? Look at you! Come on, you two! You couldn't shut up about the Niners.
I got an idea.
Go ahead, Dylon.
I'm gonna tell you where the big mess up is, and this is why I also played Kamara and Shaheed against the elusive Cowboys. You traded for a Vikings cornerback. Have you not seen our secondary for the past 4 years? And you're going to take Andrew Booth. And then we're going to take your Pro Bowler, Mr. Gilmore. So getting beat deep, I have been waiting to say, this is what you get.
Woo! Come on.
And thank you for Mr. Gilmore, by the way.
Get your jean shorts out and your
Is that
Air Force
in Dallas?
Ones. Yes. There goes their 17 in a row home regular season wins.
Wow.
Listen, everybody. The silence is deafening. The silence is deafening. Look at that. D. Smitty says Cowgirls always getting blown out at home.
Wow.
Wow. You guys are just getting it poured on.
That's obviously wrong. But
what do you have to say for yourselves?
Dak's got to play better. That's number one. Defense.
It's not like they paid him $60 million or anything.
Does he have the Tua effect?
After
he gets his money, he's done.
That's a touchy subject.
Too soon.
That is too soon. Come on, Butch. Puff your chest out. Pretend the Cowboys are the SEC.
But we'll be back. Hey, we'll be back next week. I know who we play next week. AK. It's the Ravens.
It's just a loss. We both shared a loss today.
Could the Ravens?
We did not share the same loss. The Niners did not get blown out by 30 at home.
I didn't say that we shared the same loss, but yet your loss column looks just like ours.
Well, classic Cowboys.
Does it not? No,
it does.
Those are facts. It's not me trying to turn something around to get the heat off of me. Hey, it's a loss. You take it like a man, and then you walk away and you get better.
Oh, how do they get better?
I say you take it, you walk away, and then you get better.
How do they get better, though? Enlighten the people. Everybody's waiting.
You practice.
So what I want to know.
So this week they're going to practice.
If Tech says the Cowboys are going to come out and play next week, and they're going to beat the Ravens, you calling a win?
I put money on it.
Okay.
So wait, what kind of
Cowboys win?
Money line or cover?
Money line.
If the Cowboys win,
what do you mean, coward?
That means,
of course,
that the Ravens will be playing Buffalo on Sunday Night Football in 2 weeks at 0-3. MVP versus MVP for the MVP race.
Oh, they'll already be doing the MVP race.
Yeah.
You're right. I want to know, are the Cowboys the third best? Oh, catch the ball, Tank Dell. Are the Cowboys the third best team in Texas?
Some are
Tex
saying.
Ooh.
could. Tex, come on.
I don't understand. I don't understand
Oh.
how you put him at number 3.
Texas,
Texas
Houston.
University is number 1.
Yeah, UT is number 1.
Houston.
Houston's number 2. Solely based on record.
Debatable.
Yeah.
Based on record.
I mean,
Debatable.
you're over here talking about win-loss columns, Butch. Come on. Want to know? There's no L in the loss column for the Texans.
Until
also
next
took
week.
What was
I also
Tank
took
Dell
the Bears
doing
to win
there?
the third quarter.
Don't deflect. All right. Any other questions for the Niners or the Vikings or the Bills or the Cowboys? Cowboys fans always quiet. Always.
Will y'all be believers if we beat the Texans next week? Can we go on the record and say,
And the Vikings?
yeah, the Vikings play the
Not
Texans?
until they let Tex into the forum. Have they let you in yet?
They let
They
me
let
in.
him in. Okay.
Two Bills
Yeah,
Drive
yeah.
hasn't let me in yet, but Purple Pain has let me in.
I sent an email. Tex is in. He's a scoldger now.
Have you joined it? Have you joined Purple Pain?
No.
Coward.
Coward.
No, I tried to go
Absolutely.
into it though, and I will say it's like 1998 Windows.
Oh yeah,
Windows.
it's a beautiful message board. I love it. It's old school.
It is like old school Windows, whatever. I'm like,
Yep, the original message boards.
yeah, the iOS says it's not even compatible.
Love that. Taking them back to the old Vikings days.
Mm.
Oh,
So-
here we go. The Smitty says, no, the Vikings must make the playoffs for me to believe. Wow. Thoughts from our
passionate
Vikings
fan.
insider. What do you have to say to the Smitty?
Who is Smitty's team?
I don't know. He hasn't said yet. He or she. We don't know.
Oh,
That's
we
a
made
good
the
point.
playoffs 2 years ago, and then 3 years ago. We just didn't make it last year. My quarterback went out.
Mm.
In fact,
Now you got
my second
a better
quarterback
one.
went out. Then my third quarterback went out. I got to the fourth one,
They still had a
Almost
chance.
and they
Mathematically.
still had a chance.
Mathematically.
Okay.
And I know everybody's worried. JJ is just day to day, not a serious injury. I know that y'all are waiting for that update. I apologize. I didn't give it soon. Oh, he's a Niners fan. Oh, that's even cuter.
Mm.
Well, hope they don't play us in the NFC Championship.
Wow.
Ooh.
Calling it, big
Ooh.
board.
Yeah,
Come on.
big board. I said that like, I don't know,
Gosh, I hope so.
16 years ago.
I hope so. I hope so. It's so bad. That would be great. We have to live stream that if that happens.
I don't.
You got to.
I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
about
buddy.
that.
If I have to watch the Super Bowl and the Niners lose, you got to watch that. All right.
I will cry.
Shambles-o-meter. Here it is. Official.
Oh my
Ravens.
God.
Not the official.
Ravens, number 1. They are truly in shambles. Anthony Richardson truthers. All you jabronis out there yelled at everybody about how he's primed to have a great season. Turns out he's exactly who everybody thought he was, which is who he was. Uh-oh. There goes Mixon. Number 3 is the Cowboys. You can't tell me they're not. After getting blown out, they're licking their wounds. Number 4, the Vikings. Now they have false confidence in themselves, and this could ultimately be a huge letdown for the rest of their season if they don't make the playoffs. But you always be able to look back and be like, oh, remember when they beat the Niners again? Great. So Vikings and shambles, number 4.
Hey, J-Vi, do you got the real shambles meter?
I do. I sent it to AK. He was supposed to put it up.
From the top rope, last time the Vikings went to the playoffs, they lost to the Giants and Daniel Jones.
Wow. Mic drop.
Yeah, we missed the kick.
Daniel Jones has more pick sixes than he does touchdowns to his own team.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, there you go. Any thoughts on the shambles meter? Moving on.
Would you believe that today the Millie winner had Daniel Jones as his quarterback?
I knew it. I knew it. Oh,
It was cheap enough for him to afford everybody else.
Malik Neighbors was in there, I'm sure. Or was
And
it Wandale?
Nah, it was Malik.
No,
I'm sure it was Alvin Kamara. And
Yeah, if you didn't have Kamara, you weren't winning it all.
Yeah.
With 47.
Here's the one.
Yeah.
Here's the one that everybody else is talking about. Here's the shambles meter.
Yep.
See, I told you I'd put it in there.
Mama Kasuf reached out to me today and asked if I was in charge of the shambles, since our teams are the only ones that won this week. And my response was, I can be. What are you thinking? She wrote, Ravens are number 1. Reigning MVP is 0-2. Complete shambles.
Complete shambles.
Her choice for number 2, Cowboys Dak got paid and is embarrassing his fans.
Facts too. That's also facts.
And she has no buy-in to how these rankings are. These are just how she thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 of the Jaguars. They have to live with this for years. They've spent money on Lawrence. He runs out of bounds, and they settled for a field goal. Josh Allen would have leaped over that safety and scored a touchdown. So Jaguars are in 3 going into Buffalo next week, Monday Night Football. Number 4 is the Niners, because she knows that their fans were crying watching the game today. And when she talked to AK after the game, she never heard his voice tremble like that because he was so mad and so in shambles that he could hardly speak.
That's false because we were texting.
That should catapult you to number 1.
I'm reading what it says.
The Cowboys section of the comments is done, dude. You guys won't stand up for your team.
Yeah, but the Millie Goat section of this podcast is still going.
You asked what we're going to do to get better, and I said practice. You tell me what else we should do.
Practice
trade
harder.
Dak. I want to hear a hot take. Fire McCarthy. Give me something.
We're not going to trade Dak. We just gave him $60 million. McCarthy might get fired if they don't make it to 7 wins here in the first 7 games.
Will the Panthers trade the number 1 pick for Dak?
They won't make it to 7 wins.
I guess he's getting canned.
He's fired.
The first 10 games. The first 10 games.
Oh.
Will the
go
Panthers
ahead and let him go?
Will the Panthers trade the number 1 pick for Dak?
And then the Cowboys will select Shedeur Sanders at number 1.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, dude.
I don't want that.
No.
Take Quinn Ewers.
I take
no.
Quinn Ewers.
I take Arch Manning over Quinn
Tex
Ewers.
would be Randy Marsh at the computer gif. Or would they take Arch Manning? All right. That's the shambles meter. He said it's week 2. I guess that's the yeah, it was the Super Bowl for them for sure.
Hey, every week's the Super Bowl. 1-0 each week.
All right. Let's go talk about the Listener League and the atrocity that was the bets that we put up.
I tell you what.
There we go. That was beautiful. I love that. Okay. Most Stalls listener contest, one of our biggest turnouts so far, 35 entries. It's growing every week. The winner this week was Earnhardt's 3 for Dale. Good congratulations, 161.8. And then Ducky 33, Mr. Mallard from the Divots and Pivots podcast, another DFS guy. Great show. Go check them out. 153.54. Average Joe's Cam 17, 153.5. Our guy Wes, 152.2. And then a new name, Yam TV Raps. Shout out that guy, 151.2. Earnhardt's went with the Baker, Godwin, Jordan Mason, Ridley, Dobbins. Those were the ones that carried him across the finish line. And we have to roast one of our guys, Jens, who put up a massive, whopping 66.5 points.
Wow.
So, Chiefs fan, can't play DFS. I'm just kidding. He's a good guy.
I'm surprised DraftKings doesn't give him an extra 15 points just because he's a Chiefs fan.
He was down the entire contest and then came back to win miraculously within the last few minutes of the game.
Yeah.
In the 4:00 window.
Yeah, he had 8 PMS or whatever that stuff's called.
PMRs.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden his team gets to the front.
Catch that. So there you go. Join the listener contest every week. We want to get it to 200. That would be incredible. All right. Last little bit here. Everybody hold yourself accountable. This was a bad week. I don't know who's first. Butch, you're first. What happened here? Because I'm pretty sure you lost 3 out of 4 of those.
Let's see. Alec Pierce, he was solid 16 points.
Yep.
Van Vandy did not cover.
That's
Holy
a shame.
moly.
That's a shame.
Georgia and UK did not go over 45.
Nope.
That was 25. Chargers definitely covered. And what was the total score? I don't know.
29.
Yeah, 26-3.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, win some, you lose some. Chargers, they covered. Sorry, Panthers. Alec Pierce, solid 16 points at 4,500. There we go.
We'll take that.
Hey, stay hot, kid.
Stay hot. All right, who's next?
Not advice.
Not advice. Can't stress that enough. J-Bye.
Oh, man.
Answer the people, my friend.
Look, sometimes it's just not your night. Jordan had off nights. Sometimes it's just not your night.
Yeah, but he would drop 30.
Yes. But
hey, Kansas State did drop 30 on Arizona.
You're damn right. They covered minus 30. And so did the Cardinals. Look, I just throw out games, and it's not, necessarily to tell you how right I am, but it's just to get the game's attention in front of you. I thought Arizona, Kansas State on Friday night, get the people interested in those two teams, because one of those teams would probably be in the playoffs. Looking more like Kansas State now, and I thought it might have been Arizona, but hey, now you have eyes on them for your betting future. Same with the Rams and the Cardinals. I'm like, hey, Niners play the Rams next week. Maybe AK should have his eyes on this game so he can know what the Niners are going against when they play the Rams next week. I have no idea how many points AD Mitchell had. Zero clue.
He had 4. He was ice cubes. I wrote it down. So
hey, he got 1 point for every $1,000 he cost.
There you go. Not what you're looking for, AKA. Not at all. Okay, me next. I gave you J.K. Dobbins.
That was a winner. Yeah,
winner. I gave you the Dallas and New Orleans over at 45.5. New Orleans covered that themselves almost. Thanks, Dallas, for kicking a field goal, a lot of them, to get it over 45.5. Wisconsin versus Alabama. Wisconsin did not cover the 16. That game was terrible. And now we have to listen to the Jalen Milroe stuff. And Wan'Dale Robinson got 9.8. So that was a wash. So
I did warn you about that Wisconsin game, though. If they play at noon kickoff, students aren't in there yet. Crowd's not rocking.
I just saw the injury to Joe Mixon. Hip drop tackle. Yikes. All right. DYLON.
That's a terrible throw.
Yep.
Oh, he's picked off.
Is that Caleb Williams? Sorry, DYLON, please.
What in the world did you think you were going to do?
So we'll go first with Caleb Williams may not break 100 yards passing tonight.
Yes.
He's at 82 right now.
He's bailed out. Jeez Louise, get out of here.
Rolling right, throws left into double coverage.
What?
Anyway, DYLON.
Colby Parkinson was terrible. The Rams were terrible. I think he got like 2.2 points.
Yep.
But he did win me $100. So I'm gonna say ice cubes or not, he still took my $4 multiplier.
Oh, bailed out.
Totally. Brian Thomas Jr., mediocre. I think he had like 11 points. But I was really banking on the Jags to be able to do something to the Browns after what the Cowboys did to the Browns last week. So that's why I went with T. Law. T-Law had 17 yards in the first half. 17 yards in the first half.
Oh,
I
you
think-
should have listened to our picks last night. I told you to take the Browns.
Yes, you should have, dude. Way to go. He
And but
finished
then
with 220, so he made up for it.
yeah, he had a great second half, but 17 yards in the first half. Yeah, not good. I take it. This was on me. I believed in T-Law. He's a scumbag.
Yep, you said that early too.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call for you. All right, Tex. Here you go.
The Dak Cooks stack was not there. Colorado State money line also not there.
Oh God!
And the Boston College plus 16 not there.
No, Boston College was there.
Yeah,
They
that
covered.
covered.
They covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
All right.
they only lost by
1
like
for 3.
6. Yeah.
1 for 3. 1 for 3.
3 for 3. Not our great effort this week, boys. Not our best
Nope.
effort.
Nope. I
I
thought
think
Colorado
that-
State was for sure going
man.
to show up more fired up. They did not.
They are about to throw fists.
That brings our total to the season so far on the GOAT bets at 10 and 11. Make a note.
I will make it known though that we are definitely picking high risk bets here.
That's right.
Yes, we
Man,
are
they
not.
were trying to take Caleb Williams' head off.
We had somebody comment was like,
Oh,
how'd those picks go last week?
Get
It's
out of
like
bounds, dude.
we never claimed ever to be people that are giving you advice. It says it in every show that we have that this is
Oh,
not
boy.
advice.
Let's
So-
go. Let's go.
All right, we got one more segment. Let's actually 2. I think we have 2.
I just want you guys to know I was doing some live betting. Caleb Williams plus 225 or 225 passing yards. Stroud 250. I got
How's that
one.
going for you, buddy?
It's going rough right now. He keeps on every time he draws back the pass. I'm like, oh no, not again.
Oh no.
He rolls out right and throws left
Oh
down the
yeah,
field.
it's like, there that goes. There that goes.
Well, it's all right. Stroud's
Plus
at
25 yards
188 now.
rushing.
He might get it. He might hit 250. He's still got a quarter and a half.
I don't know why this Houston guy is about to get fined and suspended.
Holy cow. Oh, he
How's the football
oh,
hit?
jeez, he punched him right. How dare you?
Yeah.
Hit that thing.
Dare you? How dare you?
How dare me? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you?
How dare you? Who wants to go first?
I do.
Well, how dare that guy for punching somebody with a helmet on? I mean,
Yeah, how dare that guy?
all right, go ahead, Dylan. That was not my how dare you, but go ahead.
So DirecTV
Mm.
settled their dispute and their contract negotiations with Disney, aka ESPN. So all is well and good. We got our stuff back. But then I get an email from DirecTV that says, "Hey, starting next billing period, your bill's going up $9."
What?
You know how much it costs to get Disney Plus for a month? $9.99.
Oh my gosh.
So all they did was basically give in to Disney and say, "Oh, okay, we're basically just going to sell them Disney Plus and make them pay for it through DirecTV." So how dare you?
That's crazy.
And I have the basic package, so which only has ESPN and ESPN2. So I don't even have the U. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even have the U or ESPN News. But if you have a higher package, your bill is going to go up even more, because to get that, apart from the Disney Plus package, you have to pay more to get those extra ESPN Plus stations or network, whatever. So it's all a crock. You're better off just getting Disney Plus
Or satellite and Gamecast.
or satellite and Gamecast.
Yep. Dude. Wow, for real. I was so excited because it was back on Saturday, and I didn't look into it at all. But now I know that you looked into it. Now I'm gonna have to go
check
look.
your email. Yeah, you got a nice little, hey, FYI, your premium's going up the exact amount almost that it costs to get Disney Plus.
I have over 11,000 emails. I'll have to sift through those.
Yeah.
Oh, BMO asked this question, by the way. I didn't get to listen. Did Brady do better in the booth this week?
What game did he call?
Oh, yeah, I didn't listen to that one. It was Saints, Cowboys. So he was probably laughing. But, and Champy, this is a new name here. What's up, Champy? My Cardinals put the NFC on notice.
Yeah, what'd they do last week, Champy?
or are the Rams frauds?
I think they're banged up.
They are. They're missing like 3 offensive linemen. Both their receivers are out.
Well, to go off of what Champy said, I'll go to my how dare you, because my how dare you goes out to Kyler Murray, because he said it isn't his job to get Marvin Harrison the ball. He goes through his reads and he throws it to the open guy. It's not just about throwing it to him. It's not his job to get him the ball. I got news for you, Kyler Murray. You are the quarterback. It is your job to throw him the ball. Now, the play might not be called to him. I understand that. I know how football works. But when the play is called for him and he is open, it is your job to throw him the ball. So that would make it your job. How dare you?
How dare you? Is there anybody that looks less disinterested than Kyler when he's playing football?
Aaron Rodgers.
True. That's very true. But Kyler does look like every time he makes a play, he's just like, whatever.
Yeah. He's like, I wish I would have taken the baseball money.
Yeah.
I think if it would have been with anybody other than the Oakland A's, he probably would have taken that route.
Oh, that's good. That's a good point.
But Oakland doesn't pay baseball. Moneyball.
My how dare you is to this storm that's coming in. It completely wrecked the weekend plans. I wanted to go fishing on Friday.
Tell me you're old without telling me you're old.
I wanted to go fishing Friday because the fishing was outrageous down here the past week because of, I guess, the storm was coming in. They were catching massive bluefish, Spanish mackerel, all kinds of stuff. I wanted to go, but it just got too windy to go down there. And we all know you can't fish in like 30-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, you can, but you won't have any success from the surf. So, how dare you to the storm? Tex, you got one?
My how dare you goes out to Dak Prescott.
There it is.
Let's throw the ball to our own team, buddy.
Hey, that first interception's not on him, though.
Yes, it is. He threw it.
No, it's not. Brooks fell down coming out of his route.
It's not his job.
He put it exactly where he was supposed to be coming out of his route. Brady agreed.
Well, that's
great. If there's
great.
anybody that knows throwing a ball, it'd be Brady.
Okay.
Either way.
Hey.
The other one was his fault.
Idiot.
Gotta stop throwing interceptions. Got to.
Yeah. It's not his job to throw it to the other team.
That's right. Butch, you have a how dare you?
Yeah, I'm how daring our defense. For riding that horse back from Cleveland and then getting it stolen by the Saints.
Good call. Good call. They stunk it up today. That was hilarious, I have to admit. Okay. There's only one more thing I wanted to show. Here you go.
Oh.
The AP top 25 poll released. Look at that.
Let's go. Texas is back.
Tex, you have the floor.
The Bears are up.
I think the Longhorns are set up for at least the next 3 years to be very, very good at football. I think this year I've put money on it. Could be the year. Looking at what they got.
Are you worried about Quinn Ewers being down? Is there a quarterback
No,
controversy now?
I'm not. I'm not worried about Quinn Ewers being down.
Okay.
There is a QB controversy though.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Ooh. I love to hear that. This is my point. I want to make a point here. Let's do this. So Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, Tennessee, 6 out of the top 7. They love to say that. Ranked in the AP top 7 SEC schools. Texas
Are you buying
A&M
Penn State at number 10?
Texas A&M sneaks in down there at number 25. I don't know who they play this week. Who are they playing this week?
I don't know.
I'll find out.
Who does Texas A&M play this week? And this is what I was talking about, the rankings. Who do they play?
Give me a second.
I'm sure. I bet somebody in the top 25. They probably play Alabama.
Let's see.
Or Ole Miss.
No, they play Bowling Green. I'm shocked by that.
They're
setting it up. That's what they're doing. So they play Bowling Green, then they play Arkansas, and then Missouri. So they're setting up. They think they're going to beat Bowling Green, so they'll get to 23 or 22. Then they'll beat Arkansas. They've got those two at home, and then they play Missouri at home. That's what they're doing. They're setting it up. They're saving
the Texans right now.
Yep.
Notre Dame goes back to the MAC. Miami of Ohio.
Well, I just came across this stat that I thought was pretty interesting. And this is for all our Panther fans out there. The Panthers have not led with time on the clock in the fourth quarter in 20 consecutive games. That's tied That's tied with the 1976 Buccaneers for the second longest streak in NFL history. NFL record belongs to the Rochester Jeffersons at 22 games. So if the Panthers don't lead in the fourth quarter in the next 2 games, they will be in the history books.
Wow. History. We're watching history, boys.
Yes. Yeah.
Also, last thing about this little graphic, Jalen Milroe's down there, and we're going to have to hear about his Heisman campaign. QBs with 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns in 3 consecutive games. You know, they're going to do all these stats that he's got about running and throwing. Tim Tebow, Colin Kaepernick, Jordan Lynch, Johnny Manziel, Jalen Milroe. Who's going to draft him? They're calling him the next Lamar. Cowboys. Cowboys.
I'm going to say the Colts. The Colts.
I'll hold off for the Tennessee quarterback.
Ooh, yeah, that guy's a baller. Okay. That's I think that's everything. Week 2. Almost in the books. The Wodamaker standings. J-Vi has 2. ButchP has 3. DYLON has 1. I have 1. Tex has 0.
Have you seen our lineups? Have you seen what's going on in the world right now?
No, it has to be official. You guys have this thing about counting your chickens before they hatch, dude.
No, I'm just talking about, so you were in first and I was in second, but we have identical lineups except for you were beating me by 2 points. Identical lineups. You have the Texans, D, and I have Santos, the kicker for Chicago. So.
Oh, we're in an absolute dogfight then. Let's go. Okay, BMO says, how many teams have 2 bye weeks season? Ohio State had 1 week 3, and they have another one week 5. That's weird.
I don't
know the
sure
answer.
that every team has 2 bye weeks.
I didn't know that. But I'm still a football guy. All right. Follow us on all these social media platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch.
Hey.
At the Millie Goats.
Lord.
Wednesdays, Sundays, we're here 9:30, Podcastville, anywhere you want to find it. DYLON, what were you going to say?
You want me to play us out, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
We are the champions, my friend. The Vikings beat the Niners
game.